Hi, guys. Welcome to the first installment of What's Behind Mr. Langhorst's Desk. I asked you guys earlier in the week to vote from one of four items that I have on my little shelf there behind my desk. And I had four items. You guys got to pick, and the one that won, I'm going to talk about today. The other ones that did not win in the first round were the seashell that I have back there, and also the Hufflepuff pin and the Pirates of the Caribbean pin. So the one that got the most votes is one that's actually really special to me. It is a basketball card of Jeremy Sorensen. So let me tell you a little bit about why this is important and why this has been on my behind my desk for a long time. So when I first started teaching, I got a job in a small rural district in Nebraska named Silver Lake, and one of my dreams was to be a basketball coach. I spent a lot of time coaching, working camps. In college, I was an assistant coach at Kearney, Nebraska. And I got my first head coaching job right out of college, and I was in charge of the Silver Lake Mustangs, and it was amazing. I loved every minute that I was the head coach there for 5 years, and I can remember the first year that I got there. I think it was actually the principal or the superintendent told me that we'd probably be lucky to win one game, and I think that first year we won three. But the kids worked really hard. And one of my players was Jeremy Sorensen. So when I got there, Jeremy was an average basketball player, tall kid. Trying to remember exactly how tall Jeremy was. I think he was like 6'3", 6'4". Um, I might be wrong. He might be about 6'5". I'd have to go back and remember. But he wasn't an amazing basketball player as a junior, but the kid worked his tail off. He was an amazing worker. He loved Larry Bird. He would shoot baskets outside in his driveway for hours and hours and hours. And the kid would just not quit. And by the time he got to be a senior, he ended up being a really good basketball player, basically from just amazing amounts of sheer hard work and just a huge heart and a lot of dedication. When he was a senior, he was first team all conference. He had set a school record for the number of points in a season. I think he had like 15 double doubles his senior year. The kid was amazing. Okay. And he was a kid that every once in a while would screw around in my class because I also had him as a teacher, of course. And he drove me crazy sometimes, but you just couldn't help but love the kid. And I taught in Silver Lake for 5 years, and then I spent 2 years teaching up in a different school district in Nebraska, Newman Grove, and then I came down here to Liberty in 2001. And in January of 2002, so it would have been about a little over halfway through my first year here at Liberty, I got a phone call that Jeremy had been killed in a farm accident where he was working in Nebraska. He was just 23. He had just been married for a couple months, and it just really kind of shook me to the core. And I still think about Jeremy a lot because the kid taught me a lot about working hard and having a dream and just kind of not giving up on that dream. And his parents gave me this card, and it's been sitting behind my desk nonstop since I got it. So literally, like 17 years now. This has been behind my desk, just as a reminder that if you work hard and have enough of a heart and you're you really believe in what you're doing, you can make that happen. And so that's why I got this behind my desk. So sorry if I'm getting a little emotional, but I think about a lot of my former students a lot. Every day that we say the pledge in my classroom, I have a picture of Wayne Cornell. He was also one of my students at Silver Lake, and he was killed in action in Iraq. And every day that we say the pledge, there's that picture next to the flag, and just reminds me of what my former students have done and what they have done to go on after being in my classroom, and some of the the sacrifices and the amazing things that they've done. So anyway, that is the story behind this card, and that's why it's behind my desk every day. So, all right, guys, we'll have another one next week, and you guys can pick another item, and I'll tell you a story about something that sits behind my desk. All right, thanks, guys.